Whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of God.
All the real Griselda fans just felt something right there. If you don't know, that's the opening of Westside Gunn's magnum opus, Flygod. We made it. We here. Let's get to it.
Arm, leg, arm, head. Dread shed, put the tech in his leg. The sick, the heckler stare. This baby never seen his kids once. The fake niggas front.
Ooh, the imagery on this thing is tough.
Everything new but the pump. 2K for the dunks, the SBs. Gianni swim trunks on jet skis.
Them opening lines is hard.
His face in his maddest plate. Saddam told me hit the gravel and agitate. Spot making 20K a day. Easy. Chop the nigga hands off. Greasy.
Grimy verse so far.
Hold the torch to the wax pipe.
Yeah.
I'ma torch you a match strike. Before you talk, get your facts right. Nigga, I be the fucking cop with his own flashlight. I ain't rap tight. A glass of yak splash the ice. My life's a roll of the crap dice. Blow the strap plus I rap
tough
nice.
Rhyme scheme.
Woo. Probably bring it to your doorstep. Had amigo rapping before Offset, so probably went over your head. I said I had amigo rapping them before Offset.
That's a bar. That's an amazing bar.
In the last 2 years, show me who did it bigger.
Yeah.
Rockin' first for the winner. I might put Fox on like 96 Jigger. Real nigga.
Hey, I know that Migos rapping for Offset line get the most love. That I might put Fox on like 96 Jigger. That's the best line of the song, in my opinion.
I'm really about that action, homie. That ain't no facade. In the booth, I'm DeAndre Jordan catching the line.
Bro, I feel that song right here. That was actually my number 2 most listened to song. As old as it is, that was my second most listened to song of 2021. That shows you just how much I listened to it. That sample is just menacing. Matter of fact, I even like the opening sample. It's just a crazy way to open the album. Westside Gunn's verse was fire. This is, for one, his best song that he had up to this point. Talking about chronologically, so from Hitler 1 to Flygod, that's his best verse and that's his best song, in my opinion. The imagery on that thing was tough. He floated with some really good rhyme schemes, but Conway made the song because his verse was insane. The rhyme schemes were there like they normally are, but it's really them 2 standout punches that I had Amigo rapping before Offset, sick, and then like I said, that I might put Fox on like 96 Jigger. That shut the verse down. Yeah, amazing song. This is Gustavo. Dang, I didn't even have to look at the track list. This is Gustavo. I like how the first song had no drums, but these drums sound great.
Much money came, I got scared. You ain't talking cold no more, shit got weird. My homie laughed when he got 600 months. He ain't care, he ran the yard from a bottom bump.
That's tough.
When draped over the pump was for lunch. Mickey Modals and Soto, 23 and 1 Lords, Fort loafers hanging off the boat. Imagine them fiend faces when they got soap.
He really finding that groove of merging his street talk with his luxury talk. Because that was some grimy, gritty street talk lines to open, and now he on a boat, on a yacht.
Every day make money and pray, Gustavo.
Just a simple chorus, but it works.
Lord, I killed that shit. Turn 1 to 3, Lord, I killed that flip. Spinning new
It's a great flip.
Prada trunks, Malibu waters. Pow try to break Cherry King Lola.
Yes, sir.
Put up on the curb, no top on it.
Every day make money and pray. Holy Father, he said pay attention. Uncle Stevie got his throat slit ear to ear. Word to life, nigga still breathing though. Spiritual atonement.
That didn't rhyme. We're keeping score.
Demons. Rain, tears shed, and Medellin.
Here we go. Just keep it right here. Man, that's how you start an album. The beat on this thing is amazing. You got that bell sounding sound, and then you got those strings. They sound like a sample, but I'm pretty sure they're strings. And then the drums sound gorgeous. Westside Gunn's first verse was fire. I thought it was really gritty imagery. That second verse wasn't as good in my opinion, both content-wise, lyrically, didn't have as much great rhyme schemes, but he kind of just let the beat breathe a little bit with a more slow, laid-back delivery. If I haven't convinced you that these Keisha Plum poems are trash, like I don't know what will. I'm going to do something I never do. I'm finna pull up the lyrics. What about this poem is fire? If Rakim and Nikki Giovanni did the nasty, they would have had me. That's actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Holy Father, he said, pay attention. Uncle Stevie got his throat slit, ear to ear. That doesn't even rhyme. Word to life. Niggas still breathing though. Oh, that's great. Shout out to Uncle Stevie. Spiritual atonement. Dreaming of angels, but living with demons. Oh, wow, that's amazing. What the? How is this good? Anyway, Shower Shoe Lord is the next song, so I'm gonna watch that from my memory. Oh, this sample is different.
His presence ever near. That's how I know he's real.
Like, how do you hear this and be like, we finna just get grimy with this?
God is real, yeah.
I love the scratching, especially hearing Doom on Westside Gunn tracks, even if it's just him scratching and sampling.
Staring at the turquoise Maryland. Told my little nigga back 20 times imperative.
Here we go with the luxury talk.
The cane doing numbers, lose my work whipping. I leave your brains in the oven.
The solid rhyme scheme too. Rapid fire cadence. Yes, sir. But it's still called 60. Ran up in the spot, stole bass, came Griffey. Just wide bodies got curtains. Texas jam, I just left this shit worthless.
Story on Oprah, 60 minutes. How I earned plenty digits from risky business. What you know about a stick? Gotta sit for Christmas.
This is a tough 4-syllable rhyme scheme. Y'all saw me had to count it out.
Wifey on shit, that bitch missing visits. Cause we was stretching white like Richard Simmons. Caught a case, and the nigga played the Fifth Amendment.
Yes, sir. Typically, if you just put a 4-syllable at the end of the verse, don't even worry about end rhymes. So like the rhymes in the middle of a bar, if you don't even worry about that and just have a 4-syllable at the end, it'll still sound fire. He's using a 4-syllable in the middle of the bar and then at the end of the bar. So it's not really an 8-syllable rhyme scheme, but it kind of has that feeling to it. And I think the thing that they do really, really well is sometimes when you get into all those syllables, it can get a little corny sounding. You don't never want to get into lyrical miracle territory, but I never felt that way listening to a Benny verse.
Needed was a trap spot, scaling a plate. I ended up on a flat cot, sell upstate.
I love
now
that
I
line.
really need a black Glock, shells in a tank, yeah. The shit'll get uglier than Welv in the Great. D's kicked in the
I
door,
love that line.
smashed the 4 pound. Will your best friend start to switch when the case surface? Where it's hard to trust the man who ain't nervous. I fell asleep with
you see what I mean? He used a 3-syllable right there, and it sounded great. No end rhymes in it. So that just show you how impressive what he did early in the verse was.
ran in a locked apartment. That night I had a dream like Dr. Martin.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Find them niggas. Put them niggas on every Griselda song. Give them niggas a GXFR deal. What y'all think? I think that has a really good case of being Westside Gunn's best song. The production, flawless, all the way down to the scratching. But that sample that's an amazing sample. The standout verse, obviously, on this thing is Benny's verse. But I sometimes forget how good Westside Gunn's verse is on here. Vivid imagery, great rhyme schemes, a bunch of fire flows too. But Benny, that's a flawless verse. You can't nitpick anything about that verse, all the way down to the delivery. Imagery is amazing. The street tales he's telling with every single line. And then the way he ended it with talking about he was in the apartment and that day he had a dream like Dr. Martin. That's when he got the vision. Come on, man. That verse is amazing. Oh. And then the outro. Yeah, the beat, we're going to call it a beat change. The beat change at the end. Come on. All right, this is Vivian at the Art Basel.
Then the cop killed a man just to make an example. So before I take
Keys are
it slow,
sick.
Devils tricking souls. A lot of these rappers are disguised ball players and actors picking roles.
Why he came for David East like that? David East. I disrespected that man. Why he come for Dave East like that?
Scene where TVs come out the ceiling. That's a moving screen. Squad should call me Sarge. Bunch of extra P understudies. They wanna be large, wanna drive these foreign cars.
Ooh, I like that line.
Literally, when I say they want to get out of Dodge. Listen, dear God, can I
They want to get out of Dodge. His wordplay is fire.
Joint by yard in the Flygod, throw it on.
BB Berry, high tops on leg. Givenchy tote with the Rottweiler head. F&H 57 tucked in the black means. Red Balenciagas with the black string. Dude on the black Pusha T's for stepping on the dope. No malice saying pray for me. I got some little niggas that'll come spraying for me. Sip on
That bar, the no malice say a prayer for us, it really reminds me, I guess because they just preachers, but it reminds me of Kanye's bar in Devil in a New Dress, and he was like, I think I should call Mace to come pray for us.
over lunch, gave a brick of Cobra clutch. Get you whack for a raft.
Gave a brick of Cobra clutch.
Already Sweegles at the Art Basel. Black Desert Eagle.
Tough. Another sick instrumental. The keys on that thing are sick. And it has a nice subtle bass line in the background too. I love Drug's verse. He has a lot of really clever wordplays. I think that's what he does best. The basketball scheme that he had at the beginning. Gunn's verse is pretty good. A lot of above average luxury talk. Just a dope song. I mean, it's going to be hard to mess up some of these instrumentals on here, but a dope song. This is Hall. R.I.P. man. Scott Hall just passed yesterday at the time of this recording. Sample is tough.
Hey yo, Buscemi's with the cages. Kid with Valentino off the runway on the corner serving work like a baby. Fiends falling out the sky for it. My pack's 10 apiece. Shot his baby mom's house, he thought shit was sweet. Dropping on the back of my town ain't shit. Get money, get killed, niggas scared to get rich. Look like somebody rolled all over the bad image, rich white bitch.
That's a tough line to get money, get killed, niggas scared to get rich.
They got the Flygod hanging off the cross, rocking Hugo Boss. Text with air host, yo. We had the cooler more style, little Forbes. I'm talking double XL. So pussy, I need a skirt. That shit's in the mail. Breaking down, we all back. Wait the eights with a hand scale. Like clockwork.
He is floating.
Make sure we lock first. We killing for Foxwork.
That's a cold verse, man. Gunn got busy. Rapid fire bar after bar. Imagery on that thing was airtight. Rhyme schemes on that thing was airtight. Couple good standout punches. That's a fire verse. That's a really good verse for Westside Gunn. Beats nuts too. I like how it dropped out at the beginning of the song when he started rapping. Tough. This is Free Chapo with Conway. Something about those guitars, they sound like they came either straight out of either a scary movie or a old school mob boss type movie.
Your whole family get a closed casket.
3 to the face, shit was so tragic.
Got rushed on the tray, but the shit classic. The rubber band wrapped around the tech nasty. Dumped the work in the ass shit. 44 brick, I shot the nigga just for taxing.
Say my name on the record, I might feel disrespected.
That's a funny line. That's what I'm about to do by these gas prices though. Homie.
Cooker whipping in the stash house, 2 grams from every brick. He left with a half ounce. I'm Radio Raheem with no boombox. Chopping long as a broom, get everybody in the room shot.
That's tough rhymes came on that line. Conway and Westside Gunn's chemistry is scary. I really love how they were finishing each other's bars occasionally. Those guitars that make up the beat are sick. I love when rappers go back and forth, and Conway and Westside Gunn do it as good as anyone. This is Overgold with Ma'am Loren.
Tri-color Cubans, yellow, white, rose. Savage with a package, lead a whole block froze.
It's an energetic delivery.
Versace frames, freshest rebels, precious metals, we not for games. Cocaine connects, get stretched, I'm not stressed. Fox fur covered Kevlar, my next vest.
He talk his luxury stuff. He got fur on the vest. They from up north though, they might need it. Keep you warm.
Round and 10 Gucci got me looking like a Chips Ahoy. Half my wrist is like a brick of boy.
That's hilarious.
Lord forgive me. for putting two in his chimney. His shit flew like a frisbee. Cobra checks on the black Geigers. Tongue hanging out, shooting the 30. Thought I was Michael. I ain't gonna lie, I never liked you.
That's fire.
Philip Lindbrim's Bishop 40 below Tim Jims. Lee braids in the wind.
Bro, you know how grimy you gotta be to make xylophone sound hard? Like, how you go to a producer like, yeah, throw some xylophones on there. Just ill, though. I love Mayhem's verse. He picked up the energy on the album a good little bit. I know it's an upbeat instrumental, but it's really good pacing, and the sequencing on this thing is really crisp so far. But yeah, he had a lot of dope lines. His slick talk was off the chain. Westside Gunn, same thing. That tongue hanging out while he's shooting. Think he Michael. That's the bar of his verse. Even the rest of his verse. Dope luxury talk. Nobody talking like Gunn, man. But yeah, that verse was tough. Song was tough. This is Bodies on Fairfax with Danny Brown.
Like Adam in that garden, but instead I used the apple that I found to smoke my trees. When Eve come around, I ain't showing no love. I'ma tell that hoe on her knees. Snakes in the grass, liquor got my kidney like, what's going on? Smoke so much, brain cell count low. She sucked me up, spitting seeds, not from the trees, bruh.
I like how he brought it back to the first verse with that last line. You know, he made a reference to that Adam and Eve, eat the apple. Brought it full circle. That's just good writing.
Niggas want that fly shit.
Yo.
Drive-bys out of Bentley trucks, you can see the wings. DA wanna give me in our future. Shit, I'm done with the hands, but I'ma shoot ya.
Not a bad song. I always thought this was one of the lighter songs on the album, but it's more so Gunn than Danny Brown. I thought Danny Brown's verse was really well written, and he's good on beats that have a non-conventional aspect to him. That's probably understating it because his 2016 album was off the wall. But yeah, good writer from him. Westside Gunn, I don't think that beat suited him that well. I think he gets into some dope flow, so him doing that slow stop and start flow doesn't suit him that much. Still not a bad song though, and the beat was pretty good. This is Chine Gun. Hey, that horn is crying. I love this sample.
Griselda.
Darren does a good job with the scratching.
The gold plastic rap shipper, the Mac gripper, the 2 for 5 crack pitcher.
Whose flow is that? I can't even place it. But yeah, that's somebody else's flow that he's paying homage to. But I can't put my finger on it. I'm assuming it's probably a old school, maybe a 90s New York rapper.
Virgil Vandal Van Gogh, I lust for bank rolls. Bitches be rubbing my feet while you chase hoes. I was ahead of my time. Baking soda, rapiola. Stretch you 1 or 2, I copped the Rover.
Bro, these niggas batting like, they ain't batting 1,000. They batting like 900 when it come to flipping 1 or 2 bars. If he ever talk about flipping 1 or 2, the bar gonna hit.
Try if you wanna smell your brains on your trophy.
Westside Gunn is back on it. His rapping was fire, start to finish. And then I love the horns on this beat. This song is fire. This is King City with Mock Homie. The beat is trippy.
Hey yo, you dope it bitch shit since 96. The highest in the flyest niggas, Supreme stickers, beat 'em with a skateboard. Tiffany SPs, I had to skate off. Off-white fatigue shorts, about to moonwalk over this work. Bulldog walking around Wilder on the t-shirt.
The slick talk on this thing is fire. When he was talking about beating with a skateboard, and then talking about the SBs the next line, and then talking about moonwalking on the dope.
Worst city on earth, bodies over bodies. Niggas started was broke, I copped the Maserati. Fuck a model after model, drinking Lewis out of bottle. We tried to see me, I took the nigga IO like Iato. My young boy got 5 bodies, he looking for a 6. Then I heard son got hit, getting Dutchess out of King City, fucking with Omar. Playing reject, had to twist me a whole jaw.
Come on, man. Westside Gunn can put a verse together. He ain't the best rapper in Griselda, but probably the most entertaining one. He's not going to wow you with no insane wordplay, but it's just going to be consistent bar, solid rhyme structure, dope delivery.
We like Kaiser Permanentes. He toast a Caesar salad and Caesar Palace Parente. She put a lot of mileage on the French braids. I drive to a Caesar. Wikipedia shop Benita.
Oh, he must have just cut his hair when he said this.
Sucking my tank, she sipping Guinness. I got them world record strings in my tennis. Used to black chicharoni in the Westwood. Flex good. Bitch that my white on Viv kid finesse job. Fresh Prince of the Pork God. Saw 5, I need the whole thing lit. My team is a warlords. Caught you sipping flat rosé, but did you bust it up? Bet you never seen a PJ Rage, you buttercup. Fabulous on the stove top, soap pop.
Man, we getting a good mix from the production. Gunn was floating on his verse, and then Makami went off. Just one of the best when it comes to putting rhyme schemes together. He gets really complex, and he has a really captivating delivery too on most of his verses. No different here. Even like the scratching on the end of the song. This is Omar's Coming with Rock, Marcy, and Conway. That guitar is sick. And you got these dreamy simps in the background too.
One for my niggas doing 10 years and better. I relax polo with the scheming on the sweater. Berlinella pulled up, the niggas start scattering. Shootout spawn, he blew the head off the mannequin.
Niggas act like I owe y'all something. I come through, niggas throw the bag out the window like
Omar coming. That's tough. Oh, that's a tough line, bruh. Yeah, these niggas bet 1,000 on wire bars too.
Sour diesel from Santa Fe. Hammer spray, banana cake. The animals blaming it, re-banana steak.
Tough round scheme.
OG Kush, I get your OG book. Rolling took, homie, look. Niggas quote me like the holy book. My kicks a rack a foot. Rubber duck bill, platypus. Eel and halibut, Swahili and Arabic. There's an arrowhead over the pharaoh's head. Yes, throwing hallows, it's a narrow ledge. Niggas fill your marrow up with hollow heads.
Rock Marcy can rap. He doesn't even use a huge vocabulary. It's just the way that this nigga phrases bars. Like, he'll fill your marrow up, the bone marrow. Who even thinks to say a line like that? This song is tough. I'll have fun deciphering where each beat ranks. I think it's 2 songs, and I'll say it at the end, that kind of stand out above, slightly above the rest of the instrumentals. But after that, it's just all the beats are fire. You can say a lot of great about every single one. The verses just got progressively better and better. Westside Gunn's verse was pretty good, but Conway went off. The syllables fire. They throw the bag out the window like Omar coming. And then Rock Marcy, the way that he just put syllables together. Everything that just come out this nigga's pen. He doesn't waste any words, any syllables. Tough song. This is Mr. T. Gorgeous sample. This beat is amazing.
Hey yo, got my troops in off-white boots. Pulled up, I had my foot hanging out the coop. Off-white flannel looking like a lumberjack.
Love the strings in the background.
Don't want none of that. One brick. All I need is one brick.
It's like a one mic flip.
Hey yo, tripods out of Teslas. Scrape the pots for the extras.
Imagine how sick it is. The nigga doing a drive-by and you see nobody in the driver's seat. It's just self-driving.
I'ma be fly forever if the stove work. She sniffing so much Molly, that bitch knows her. I was on the path getting money on the ad.
Love those couple lines.
Rocket seeing at my work class. If shit slow up, I'ma look prettier in the mask. The cracks in the back.
It's the worst love. I'm a little prettier in the mask. Like, hey, if it's a drought, I'm gonna start getting active.
The 45 look big on his forehead. Shot him more times, left that nigga more dead.
It just ain't too many better samples. Period. That's a gorgeous sample. That beat is amazing. Westside Gunn could have said anything. Keisha Plum could have did this song and it would have been good. But grimy verses, gritty street talk. Just tough. And you gotta make note of the contrast of taking a beautiful sample like this and then the content matter there Westside Gunn's rapping about. Well done. This is 50 inch Zenith with Sky Zoo.
Easy morning like the sound of the loop. No, I'm trying to keep it low like the crown on the coupe. The company is Lisa Bonet down to the groove. All type of round of applause, round up the stoop. Live out the K with it top or I'm draped in it. With Henny turns green, I'm Raphael with a bottle. I hit a lick and flip it and divvy pies in a pothole. My brother.
What's it called? The Incredible Hulk?
Keeper like there's 3 of us and their colors deeper. Like if we undercover where the streets want us, we something like nothing you heard. A bundle of words or a duffel of birds until you cut it, you turn. I send a guide up to Jehovah and thank him for all his blessings and beg of him to bless my friends with Smith and Wessons. Cause it's a Frank Matthews, cash rules, my nigga been running since last June. The jean suit makes it consume. Switch the loafers on the bit. My belt, that nigga rent flow so ignorant. Amiri's cuffed on the Hindish. Bulgari bucket on him so Gilligan. I call it how I.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. When you talk that luxury talk, say stuff I don't know. I don't know half the brands this nigga just named. I don't want to hear you rapping about some stuff I can hear random niggas rap about. I don't rap about no Gucci belt.
Hit the dope with the remix. Took a 9 out, I'm strategic.
Tough song, man. Static did his thing with that instrumental. The vocal sample is sick. I love how one instrument can change the whole tone of a song. Him using that cymbal hit instead of a hi-hat hit made the whole instrumental sound way more jazzier. Sky Zoo's verse, sick, man. The street tales that he's able to tell and his rhyme schemes are as up there with Rock Marcy. Yeah, his verse was fire. Westside Gunn brought it too. Just straight luxury talk on here. But when you're that vivid and that descriptive, it makes for a much more enjoyable verse. Tough song. This is 55 and a half. That's the muddiest guitar riff. It is tough. Love that sound.
My nigga, I'm nice. Having visions of Sean Price. Filet mignon, get my fried rice. Know I'm the greatest hindsight. I'm as dope as it get. Smack shit out to rappers and whoever you with. XFR.
That G ad-lib was like a Sean Price homage. How he does the P.
I'm nasty. Dick sucks from Nikki and Ashley. I'm on a yacht eating crab meat.
Whew, Derringer was the star of that one, man. I would love to hear that original sample because that sample is so muddied up. You can barely tell that's a guitar in the background. And the beat has so much texture to it. I especially love those synths that come in every, call it 8 bars. I don't think this is the best verse on the album. But once again, he's using that stop and start flow that really lets the beat breathe a little bit. Take it for what it's worth. Great production, solid song. This is Albright Knox with Chase Anthony.
And where they tax you, few grand, you come late. I got some friends with pending cases, they might come home late. I use Picasso hues just to paint my view. If you ain't my crew, don't drink my roof. Pop your top, leave it spilling over. Counting money till it's milling over. Trying to lose count and be a million over.
Missing styles from Tom Brown. No white sauce on my halal. You niggas out of style. My nigga shot himself.
Gotta do the white sauce though.
I got my cocaine black.
See all these killers around me, lot of drug dealing around me.
Man, I need to see Westside Gunn product. Or they need to put it in the museum one. So he got some all black coat that he might have cooked in an air fryer. Put that in 2 Chainz Trap Museum. People need to see that. This is a lighter song on the album. I think it does fine as far as pacing and sequencing, but on a longer album that has so many great verses, I think you need a little bit better rapper than Chase Anthony. Like, there was nothing wrong with his verse, but typically if you're going to do a longer album, especially on this lo-fi style of rapping, you got to be really, really, really above average. Like, it has to be excellent rapping in order for you to keep the attention of the listener. And Chase doesn't do that for me. Same thing with Westside Gunn. Later into the album, you know, you kind of need the rapping to stay at an extremely high level. He's making it through the verses, but it isn't stellar rapping. I think the beat definitely saves it, though. I love that dreamy production. And then the lo-fi aesthetic to it, still really, really solid. But, just comparing to the rest of the album, lighter song on here. This is Dudley Boyz with Action Bronson.
I peel steel shit like string cheese. River monsters playing on a big screen. I've been flicking knives since I was 15. I'm just a kid from Queens, nothing don't mean shit to me. I back 330, 40 homers, 137 ribbies, 50 stolen bases. Hold this facelift, I should've bought a bracelet. I guess I'm old and patient. I all swayed everything to spaceship. Put your pussy right here so I can taste it.
Hey, yo, shot it so quick I forgot to put my gloves on. Bullets sounded like a love song. Roll them in the Persian rug. Neighborhood track, but you ain't ran shit. Pistol whip was so hard, fucked up his dandruff. Kids too plus, public school, new buck. Last Kwanzaa, we bought each other Jag. Miles was all glass.
Hey, not to disrespect anybody who celebrate Kwanzaa. It's the only nigga I know on the planet who celebrate Kwanzaa. I didn't even believe this was a real holiday, because, like, niggas be like Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. Man, I don't nobody celebrate no Kwanzaa. Editing that out. I don't want the hoteps after me. Hey, that's a tough closer to the album. The strings on this thing was sick. That beat, crazy. I love how high energy Action Bronson's verse was, and then Westside Gunn matched that energy. And man, when I say classic, the album is great. The production on this thing, this is one of the most well-produced albums that you'll find, especially in this lane of hip-hop. I think out of an amazingly produced album, Shower Shoe Lord and Mr. T, I think those instrumentals are just a tiny cut above the rest. Those are some of the most well-produced songs I've heard. I think all of the features, except for I didn't really like Chase Anthony's feature that much, even though it wasn't bad. But outside of that, all the features really came with it. Benny the Butcher had an extremely special verse. Conway on Dunks, extremely special. Westside Gunn had really good rapping through most of this album as well. The Luxury Talk, Street Talk, tough, man. Just a classic. Fun, really fun re-listening to it. I've been looking forward to it this whole series. Yeah, we just warming up. 2016 was a crazy year for Griselda, and this is only the second release of it.